All right, everyone. Welcome. S.M.E Talks podcast. I'm your host, Jay Waddell. Here in S.M.E Talks, we like to talk to individuals that are truly go-getters that are in the real estate industry and making things happen, shaking and moving, and being a resource for the community. Up and coming entrepreneurs. We want to talk to individuals that are out there making things happen. So today, I have the pleasure, man. I seen this guy. I say this, I didn't know him, but I heard about him, right? And this was back in 2016. I heard about this guy. We were both stationed in Hawaii at the time. And we were both in a marketing company. And, he was making things happen back then. A good friend of mine, mutual friend of ours, Steve Bretler, shout out to Steve.
Yes, sir.
He put me on to him, and then I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna follow him, see what he's doing. By the time I got my foot in the door and really got an understanding of what the company was doing, he already had taken off and he was doing other things. But guys, without further ado, I want to introduce you to my man. We had a good conversation prior to this, but I want to share him with the world. So Smitty, welcome to S.M.E Podcast, my brother.
Yo, it's a blessing, first off, to be here. I appreciate the opportunity. Like you said, bro, we had a good talk yesterday. Yeah, man, I'm just looking to give man, any and everything I can, bro, just to help the people. And yeah, bro, so go by Smitty, man. Fire it off, bro. Just ask me whatever, and I'm just ready to go ahead and just let all the information go, man.
Well, let's get the people to know your full name so that they don't ever butcher it.
All right, so my full name is Lortavius Smith, and again, that's Lortavius Smith. I usually go by Smitty. Yep. So my last name, like Jay said, I'm a prior military guy, Air Force guy, man. So I developed the name Smitty, last name Smith. And that's just been since 2011. I just been running with Smitty. So
yeah, and that's perfect. So that's actually how I want to get into it. I wanna talk a little bit about your background. You can go as far as back as you want, because I would want to get you on here another time. I mean, you got a lot of experience, bro. So we'll dive in as much as possible on this one. But just a little bit about your background, how far you want to go.
Cool. So my background, man, I'll just take it straight from where I'm from, Toomsburg, Georgia, small little country town, about, I say 45 minutes south of Atlanta. I grew up in humble beginnings, man. I truly mean that. Like I know a lot of people like to have stories, but again, this is just my story, what I like to share with the world. Again, Toomsburg, Georgia, small little country town. 2 brothers, 2 sisters. I was the baby, man. Just growing up for me, I've just always been a determined person. I really just never asked why on things. I just did it. And I think a lot of that comes from my parents. I didn't come from much, but I'll say this, I had enough. And enough for me, again, grew up in a trailer, double wide, but for me, that was a house. I didn't know that wasn't a house, actually, quote unquote, until college. But again, my parents, they made it work, and I loved it. So again, it was enough for me. Graduated high school. I'm a fanatic. So I got a basketball scholarship actually my senior year. Played a little college ball at Cleveland, Tennessee. That's another little small town out near Chattanooga, Tennessee. I played there for like a year and a half. I've always been the type of guy to think one step ahead. So I did great. Had a great, career. I was doing good my freshman year. I got like all tournament team, all freshmen and everything like that. But what I wanted to do was I always had a passion for the Air Force and law enforcement. Yeah. So I was in school trying to get a criminal justice degree. That's all I knew at the time. And then on top of that too, like I said, I was on a basketball scholarship, but in high school I took ROTC. So I already knew that I was going to go to the Air Force one day. It was just in my head, I just knew that one day the ball would stop dribbling. Funny story, man. I took the ASVAB. I struggled with tests a lot, but I took the ASVAB and I actually ended up passing it. And my recruiter, he told me that I had to leave. and
Right then and there.
and I was, I was, and this is the summer of my freshman. I had just finished my freshman year in college or whatever, so
Oh
I was
yeah.
still technically on a basketball scholarship.
Yeah.
And he told me I had to leave, so I had to tell my coach at the time from college, like, "Yo, I got to go to the Air Force," and he was like, "Wait."
Dang.
Kind of like, what are you talking about? But again, I'm only going off of what my recruiter is telling me. I don't really know much, so cool,
Well, it
whatever.
goes
I
back to
went
you not
in.
really asking questions. You go with it. Yeah.
There
Yeah.
you go. See, I rode the flow, and I
Yeah.
knew that it was going to be, some consistent income, and I was, like I said, I knew I wanted to join the Air Force, so I joined in. That was cool, man. I joined in November 2011. I did about 6.5 years, and in between that time, I was stationed a little bit in a lot of different places. I was in Italy, I was in Hawaii, and then I went to Colorado, which is where I'm at now. And just to give you a little quick rundown of that history, in between that time, had a great career. Little did I know when I got to Hawaii, actually, man, I literally, because I got to Hawaii in like within a year. So around like 2013, I got to Hawaii. And when I got there, man, I was playing basketball, literally just in the gym every day. And a warrant officer from the Army came up to me and he was like, "Yo, you ever thought about playing for the Air Force?" And I was like, "Well, what do you mean? I can't go to the academy." Because at the time I was married to my ex-wife. And he was like, "Nah, man, it's like a program for basically the best of the military." And once
Mm.
I heard that, man, I say not even like a month later, I was on a flight, man, going to San Antonio, Texas. And then I'll say for the next like 4 years of my military career, man, I played for the All Air Force, All USA military team, won about 4 gold medals. And that was my job primarily out of the year. So 8 months out of the year for the next 4 years of my life from 2013 to around 2015, 2016. Yeah, 2016. That's all I would do. And I developed a passion, which, where I can actually use my basketball skills now in the military. And that's kind of what just kept me going and just kept me, just really just. Enjoying the military, I per se.
So
And
who would
I
have
really
thought
didn't
you
have
would
to
have
do.
joined the military to play ball?
Right,
Crazy.
exactly.
Yeah. Crazy.
Exactly. Crazy, man. So, and that made just my military career fly as far as my 6.5 years.
Hmm.
And I'll say
So
round
you
about
you
my
started
last,
playing ball at year two, year
yeah,
three.
round about year two. Because
Okay.
the first year, and the only reason why I didn't really play the first year is because I kind of um one of the things that happens is like, as a veteran, man, you come into the military, it's certain things you got to do, man.
Hmm.
Certain requirements, certain
Yep.
courses and stuff you got to get
Courses,
done before you.
exams. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you can kind of, then you kind of get the feel of, you got the hang of your job and stuff like that too.
Right.
So yeah,
So tell us what exactly you did in the Air Force.
yeah. So I was a cop, man. I was law enforcement. I dabbled and dabbled in a couple different things. Whether it was pretty much working on the road,
But you
doing
did
some little
K9
bit
too,
of
no?
security. No, I didn't do
No,
K
no
nine. I
K9.
didn't do
Okay.
K9. Yeah, no
That that
K9, but
that
I
that part
did.
looks cool, man. I like
Yeah.
security
It
forces for
is,
that.
man. There you go. Yeah, that's definitely another cool piece. So yeah, I was more of operations piece too. Did a little
Mm-hmm.
bit of back office work, putting
Mm-hmm.
in the tickets and stuff in the system. So police clerk and stuff like that, and then also too, like I said, primarily the um pretty much like as they per se, like street cop, man. So writing tickets and doing security, protecting and guarding planes and stuff like that. So
Nice, nice. So,
mhm.
I mean, we got you here for a reason because you considered, at least, why I asked you to come here is because I consider you to be an expert in what you're doing, man. And,
Mhm.
right now, my man is killing the game in Airbnb, and he's been doing that not just now, he's been doing it for quite some time. So tell us how you got into it and where exactly you're doing Airbnb, whether it's one state, a couple other states,
Cool.
and how you got into it. Yeah.
All right, here we go, man. So this is the meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
So my story, this is where my story kind of turns off and gets crazy. I just want to tap into one more thing, like what Jay said. I was in the military at the time in Hawaii, and my first, delivery of anything business related was with a marketing company.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got introduced to a marketing company, once again, like Jay said, like I talked about, I don't really ask questions for stuff. When I see something, I'm the type of person I go after it. So I saw it, the marketing company I was with involved traveling. I loved that. I had a good time with it. And then eventually that came to an end, and once they came to an end, I came out to Colorado, which is where I got stationed at. And at the time, when I was involved with a marketing company, even though I kind of had stopped, I was seeing it put a vision in my head that there was more, beyond the military. And again, I love the military and everything. And I love playing basketball and all. But again, I just knew that, man, honestly, traveling and business and anything just related to furthering myself was just a plus. So what I decided to do was I had a deployment. I took a deployment. And once I came back from my deployment in 2016, that opened my eyes more because I actually had a son. And I missed my son first time walking. I mean, I was able to see a video on FaceTime, but at the time, that was something that really just triggered me to like, man, I don't ever want to experience this feeling again,
I gotta
being
be
away
around.
from my son. Yeah, seeing those moments. So carrying over a little bit in February, 27, like 2017, I was able to step out of the military. My contract was being up. And once I stepped out of the military, I immediately just went into school. And then I took a little security job working at the hospital and stuff, kind of keeping a law enforcement thing going, still trying to outweigh my options. And again, remember at the time, I just really was trying to get into the civilian life. I was transitioning from being a veteran to becoming a civilian and really trying to figure out how everything works at the same time too.
Yeah. Because they don't necessarily prepare you as much as much as you would think. Nah, they don't.
Yeah, correct. I mean, they tell you about it, but it's just like one of those things, almost like business. Until you actually step into it, it's a whole different type of realm, man. So again, I did that. I got out like 2017, late 2017, and then I'll say 2018, man, is I went into from one hospital security job into another security job. But at the same time, too, I graduated. I got my bachelor's degree in criminal justice and stuff like that. But as I was working my new security job, maybe about 3 months in, I kid you not, man, this is where my life completely changed, man. I like to tell people where this has changed my life, man. I was literally in my security vehicle, and man, I was watching a video. I was scrolling on Facebook. I saw a video ad, and it was this guy named Brian Page, man. He was just talking about, I remember just vividly those words, you can make money using other people's properties. And I remember I was about to scroll past, but when I heard that you can make money by using other people's properties. And it was one of those things that I was just like, whoa, it's a little interesting. Because you see ads and stuff all the time, man.
Yeah.
You see it all the time. But it was one of those ads where I heard those words and I clicked on it. And once I clicked on it, it pushed me to a YouTube video. And he was being interviewed by Grant Cardone. Now, mind you, like I said, this is 2018. Yes, I was in business before with marketing and everything. But it was just appealing to me because I didn't know nothing about real estate, but I knew Grant Cardone.
Right,
I was just the type of person, like 10X. And so I just knew Grant Cardone, and I just was like, man, this is pretty cool. You mean, you could rent other people's properties and, without having to, basically own it. And so I was curious, and man, it was like a 15-minute interview. And I'll be honest, man, this is my second time seeing something business related. And I've never had this feeling. I've seen a lot of other things before, right? But this is my second time having that feeling like, oh, I found it. This is it. This is it.
Clicked.
And that was like, it clicked. That was 5 minutes into the video. Now, this is where I like to explain to people too, where 5 minutes into the video, he was breaking it down, and the things that he was saying were, how to be able to do that. I mean, how to be able to get properties and not own properties. Now, again, you got to think, I'm in a situation right now. Like I said, Jay, I'm fresh out of the military. Yeah, I'm in a civilian life right now, but I'm not exactly secure financially at all. Like I'm trying to figure it out. And
that's
like
that's important that you do highlight that and talk about that, because a lot of people assume that in order for them to get set up with the business, they need to, their money needs to be on point. You know, I need to take care of this, and then, you know, then I'm going to do business. And, you know, you have that experience of saying, I wasn't there. I wasn't fully financially. And I admit, you know, I'm the same way, but go ahead, brother. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, and I agree, man. And that kind of goes hand in hand with my story, where just like you said, Jay. I mean, I wasn't financially there or nothing like that. And I remember it vividly. I had about $1,000 saved in my savings. I literally, and it was around the time of my birthday. This was August of 2019. So my birthday was coming up in like 2 days, man. And so I had about $1,000 saved. And after watching the video, he was like, look, I have a course. And there was another like link at the bottom you can click to go to the course. I clicked it and it forwarded me to the course. And the course was actually $2,000, but it was on a sale. It was on a flash sale.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
For $9.97. $9.97.
Yeah.
Now, for me, I know like anything else. Like I said, now we go back to, matter of fact, just how my story in life just relates. I don't like to ask questions, but if you give me a layout or you tell me, that's all I need for you to do is tell me when I see it. So I was able to purchase the course, and man, when I purchased the course, this is where the story just gets crazier.
So to be clear, you invested your savings, everything you had in that savings account practically, to get started in this business venture that you're doing now.
Correct, man. Correct.
Before we get into more of that, talk about how, was it scary? Was it something you had to think about for a while, or was it then and there?
Okay, cool, man. Great question. And again, I didn't think. Like I said, it just relates back to how I was raised, how I grew up, man. And when you see something, you just go, man. And you know, unfortunately, Jay, I gotta just keep it real with you. You know, I mean, I know we're talking and everything. I want to keep it real with the people.
Yeah.
Either you got it or you don't, man. Like sometimes it's just one of those things in life in general. I'm not even gonna just say business. It's just something where if you see something, you either got that personality to go, or you got that personality maybe, oh, I'm gonna just like think about this and, you know, the possibilities and stuff. Not saying nothing's wrong with that, but again, I'm just giving you guys my story based off of, like I told you, me growing up, my personality and everything. So the only thing I saw was the fact that someone said this is possible, and someone was giving me a blueprint. So that for me, light. All I needed to see was, there you go, green light. So you give me a course, I can follow that course, it's gonna happen. And that's how I looked at it. And I knew that it was important that I take whatever I had invested, because a lot of times, Jay, you're right. I think a lot of times people think about, oh man, well, yeah, this course is $9.97 and I got to put my last $1,000. But what if how am I gonna like find money or have money to actually start behind the back end?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But for me, I was just so driven, bro. And I saw it that once again, bro, I just like, I'll figure it out. I didn't even think about that, you know? So yeah, man.
Yeah. So you were saying about how as soon as you made that purchase, then what happened next? You know what? So
okay, cool. Was
it a course where it was a checklist and you had to take it was self-paced course, or was it more of a mentorship? Okay, hey, you're gonna go through chapter 1, you know, you're gonna go through lesson 1, and then I'm gonna, you know, talk you through the next steps or whatnot. So explain what happened afterwards.
Yeah, it was a little bit of both. What I loved about this course, it was I want to say it was like a 10-week course. And I probably finished this course, I kid you not, I probably finished the course within 3 weeks. No, within 2 weeks.
That's
and I'm gonna tell you why I finished.
You don't see much
and I'm gonna tell you that. Yeah. And I'll tell you why I finished the course within 2 weeks. So one of the things that happened to me, man, is I saw it, and the course is designed to teach you how to get everything in place before you take the big step as to getting the property. And that's what I loved about it. So you know, there's a lot of courses and a lot of different things out there, but what I really loved about this was it showed me how to get a business, like meaning how to sign up for, you know, EIN, how to get an LLC, how to go to the bank and get a business bank account.
Yeah.
That right there, those things saved me, man. Oh my God, bro. Like, again, this is just me getting a little personal, but it saved me so much just time, energy, and effort and taxes, and just helped me out so much more, bro. Because of those little bitty, just nicks and tricks, man. So that was my go-to. And my other thing, Jay, I do want to say the biggest thing, bro, and I still recommend this course to everyone and everybody to this day, bro. But one of the things I tell people, what I really loved about the course, it tells you at week 2 to stop. And it tells you you've set up pretty much everything. Now you have to go find the property. And I love that because that took me right back to where we start, Jay. Here we go with the marketing piece. When me and you was in the marketing realm together and stuff, and I understood, okay, I did what I needed to do, but now I got to go get a property. See, a lot of times, like you said, Jay, since we get into the Airbnb, topic right now, a lot of times people want to give all the answers. They want to know how to get a property or how you do this, but you can't even figure that out unless you have a property. So that's what I love about this course, because it told you to stop at week 2. And Jay, most people, they don't do that. They don't stop at week 2. They just keep going and reading and reading. But again, like we say, bro, I can't teach you how to put a lock on the door, or I can't teach you how to get a cleaning crew if you don't even have a property. Like, we can't move into.
Can't even get there because you can't see it. Yeah, you can't see that.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, there you go. And this is the main. And my thing was this, though. This is where it changed the game for me. Once again, it just always goes back to, man, like how I grew up, my personality, and me. Once I got to that piece, it took me back to the marketing piece, because now I had to, be honest with you, dress up like outside of my security job, make sure, print out a lease agreement. And bro, I kid you not, I went through at least 20 to 30, at least 20 people. Yeah, I want to be like honest as I can be. At least 20 people within like a week. 20 owners.
people, 20 owners. Okay.
20 owners, meaning I'm literally suit tie something and literally getting a lease agreement, and I'm going and I'm setting up the appointment, and I'm going walking through the house. And after I walk through the house, I have my saying exactly what I'm gonna say, meaning how I'm gonna ask them for the property, like, hey, can I do this? Boom, 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 boom. And again,
go ahead. Oh, so does the course tell you what to say? Did the course
there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, and this is the cool thing about it. So this is where the fear kicks in, and a lot of other things that people don't understand.
Talking to people, right? Talking.
Boom, there we go. So we're going right back to the marketing piece, bro.
Yeah.
It's on you. Nobody is you and their property owner now, like in between his lines. And this is where I tell people, this is the make or break people right here. You can't go like anything else. You can't go your first time talking to someone. Typically, you're not gonna get a yes. No, nobody. You're stuttering. You don't know. You're all over the place. You're trying to figure stuff out and stuff like that too. But one of the things that helped me, again, Jay, you give me the blueprint, I'm gonna run with it. I literally took what the guy said, and I would replay this over and over and over, and I would say the same exact words that he said, man. I kid you. It's funny. This is how funny this is. My girl, she was laughing at me the other day. I kid you not. I like audios. I like music. But on my playlist, I had it saved. So now sometimes I'm riding and I'm listening to my playlist, and the song switches and it goes straight into, this is week 2 of the course. This is what you need to say once you talk to a property owner. But I engraved that in myself so much that every time I spoke to a property owner, the first time it was a little choppy and stuff like that. And I had it written down at the same time too. But eventually, after the 3rd or 4th time, it went from hearing those to, oh, maybe I'll think about it. Or, hey, I'll get back with you. But for me, I knew that all it takes is one. I just need one. That's all I needed, man. And so, and that's what happened to me, Jay. Like, I just kept going, bro. And most people within that first week, no, bro, I'm gonna be honest. Within the first couple of days, bro, maybe the first day, you're not, bro. You got to be strong enough to take it, bro. I've seen it time and time again from teaching people. You got to be strong enough to take it. You got to, man.
Yeah,
That's a
man.
part of the process.
I agree 100%. You know, it's in business, no matter what, no matter where you are in business, it is always a numbers game, right? Because I mean, you're trying to, whether this is the first time you're in that industry or the position, you're always trying to figure out, okay, you know, where do I fit in? How do I do this? You know, and you're learning about yourself a lot too. So, you know, let's talk us through 2020, right? 2019 leading up to 2020, COVID. How did that impact your business? Did it, you know, did it hurt your business, or, you know, business as usual? It was flowing. Talk us what happened through before COVID and when you got into
COVID. Cool. Yeah. So the two things before that. So now we're into it. Like I told you, went in my business. I get my first yes within a week. I get my first yes.
Nice.
Again, we're in September at this time. Like I think we're in August, September, or whatever. Yeah, we're in August, late August or whatever. You know, like I said, it took like 2 weeks. So we're in late August or whatever. Boom, I get the yes or whatever. But the caveat to this was I could have started the property October 1st.
You could have.
So I couldn't start.
Oh, you couldn't. Okay.
AirBNB. Now, again, at the time, I didn't really understand it until I took that step back. I was like, whoa, hold on. This gives me time to really like get myself together, right? You know, get everything together. So I ended up getting a credit card. I'll be honest. I got a credit card, man. And bro, I went to work, bro. I went to work. But
let's stop there real quick, because that's heavy. So you got did you get a business credit card, or it was your personal?
Bro, I just got bro. I think I got a limit, just $1,000.
You just needed something quick.
I just needed something quick, bro. Just quick.
Yeah.
Quick.
Yeah.
And this is where the game changed for me. I didn't know at the time. And again, I'm giving some free game right now that's about to just change some people's lives who listen to this.
Yeah.
Just buy off of this one thing, man. Because I'm gonna create a course. I'm gonna talk about it. But my free game is I developed this myself. I was so cheap and so I ain't gonna say cheap. I didn't have no money. Yeah, I was cheap. I didn't have any money.
You have to be frugal, man. That's it.
Yeah, I had to be frugal. So think about it. If I'm frugal, I go somewhere, you know, like Walmart or something, I see a TV where I want to put in the property. Yo, like I only got $1,000, man. Like that ain't gonna cut it, you know, trying to furnish. Now my first place was like a 2-bedroom, 1 bath, but you know, I still wanted to look nice.
That's good.
But
that's good.
One of the things I learned, Facebook Marketplace. Now, this was the end all to just everything. Now, where I live in Colorado Springs, Colorado, military town. We got 4 huge military bases. People are always in and out and stuff. So I went on Marketplace, man, and push come to shove, you know, just to let everybody know, man, I started finding deals. I mean, you're talking about, bro, like 50-inch TVs, bro, nothing wrong with them, man. Good condition, $50. Yo, my mind was blown, bro. My mind was blown. You're talking about couches and stuff, like $45, $50, where people were leaving.
Let me ask you this question, though. Let me ask you this question. You being resourceful in that respect of, all right, I'm a look where I can get these deals. Was that part of the program, or was that just you tapping into, you know, I got 1,000. I gotta make this money as a stretch. I gotta make the stretch. Okay.
Bro.
Yeah.
And that goes back to what I said, where like I'm giving somebody free game right here, where literally I'm the prime example, bro. You don't have to have much, but Facebook Marketplace, I don't care where you at, bro. You can get anything from there, bro. That's like my target, bro. That's like my target. So it was so crazy. I started using Facebook Marketplace. Man, I still got pictures, man. I like to repost stuff. Man, I filled my garage at the time, bro. I filled it up, bro. Remember, you got to think, bro. I got about a month and a half before I start this property. So I had a chance to fill up every single thing.
So it was a bare property. There was nothing in it, not furnished.
Bro, yeah, nothing really in it. Well, no. I take that back. It was furnished, but I didn't like the stuff that was in it because it was so old.
Okay.
So I knew that, like, again, this is just me thinking, like, just thinking, man, like, and going off the course. You know, he teach you things, but I'm like, man, I see what's in here. but I need my own stuff. I need to put my own touch on and everything. So I was able to do that. Now, this is where I go straight into what you said about COVID and all. Now, because think about it, we're going into 2020 and everything, I'm getting the property. So now I get the property, right? Well, in the midst of getting the property and getting everything ready, remember, I'm a security officer and I'm going at least from like 15, at least to like probably like 15 schools a day.
So you're working a 9 to 5. Yeah, you're working.
I'm working a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
But I'm working a 9 to 5, but I'm trying to get this property ready. I saw the vision of where I wanted to go. So check this out though. This is what I did. Yo, I got fired from my job. A lot of people don't even know this, bro. I got fired. I swear to God, bro. But this is how bad I wanted it. I was pulling couches in my security vehicle. It was an expedition, bro. I mean, Explorer. It was the Explorer. I got pictures, bro, and everything. Yeah. Putting mattresses, bro, box springs, bro. I'm like on my 9 to 5 in full uniform, bro, in the freaking security vehicle, bro. Trunk is open, bro, like ropes and stuff. Dog, but I saw it. I wouldn't again, bro.
You took a chance. You took a chance.
I took a chance, bro. I took a chance, and I kid you not, bro. I remember them calling me. This is right before COVID hit. I remember them calling me in the office, and they called me in the office or whatever, and it was like, "Yo, we got you on the loading dock. What was you doing with the car at 3 a.m.?" Now, remind you, I had to be to work at like 8 o'clock, and I would get off at like 3. But I was using the vehicle. I had keys and stuff. I was using the vehicle overnight, bro. Yeah. Like after I get off, I would go home, come back to get the vehicle. But I knew I knew where I was going, Jay. Right. I saw it, bro. I saw it. So I was using the vehicle, and I remember they sat me down. They was like, "We're gonna give you the option to resign, or we're gonna fire you." Now, remind you, 3 days before that, man, this is all God. 3 days before that, I had just did an interview for a federal job, an actual police officer as a school resource officer, federal position. Yep. And I was like, and I took it and I did the interview and stuff like that. The day I got fired, the next day, that job called me. It was like, "Yo, we're gonna hire you," and everything.
Wow. Yeah.
So it was just all God. Now, I remind you, I went from this is being a little security officer. The pay was crappy. I'm gonna be honest. To something that's where I'm back in the federal position where I was like when I was in the military and stuff. Just more structure, just everything better, pay and all. So they told me they was gonna hire me and stuff like that. So now you got to think my confidence level went from here to here. My belief went
24 hours
skyrocketed.
24 hours.
It skyrocketed, man. So again, COVID for me, just to get straight into it, skyrocketed my business. And this is for me when I realized that, man, I'm gonna be the GOAT at this Airbnb stuff, man. That's when I realized it. Yeah, that was my turning point in my business was COVID. And the reason why, just being completely honest with you, I was in the midst of starting a new job, a new position. Still got my same 9 to 5 now. But in the midst of starting my new 9 to 5, I was also in the process of working my third Airbnb. Cool. By this time,
so let's be clear. In just that short time, we're talking from October, right? Because that's when you were able to really do the business. From October to let's say the end of. Is it clear to say end of February? Just time
February,
frame. Okay.
February,
okay. Yep. That's what I'm thinking. All right.
February to March, I had about 3 properties, man. Properties.
Quick. So it happened quick.
It happened quick. Because
Wow.
once I got one, and also two, not to backtrack too much, but another piece I want to just throw in there. I like to tell people to have faith. When I was launching that first property, remember I couldn't start it till October. Mm-hmm. Well, the owner said I can use the pictures, and I was able to list the property before I even got it started.
Before you got it started, nice.
So I used some of the stuff how it looked, but it's like I like to call this underselling and over delivering. Mm-hmm. So I took the pictures of what he had, and I knew I was going to make it look better. So when I posted it, man, I was the most excited man in the world. I got a booking. My first booking ever was it was crazy, man. It was only like, bro, it was like 2 nights for like $120. That's terrible, bro.
Yeah.
That's terrible now. But I'm saying, but the minute that I seen the booking go through and it was like, this will be hitting your account, yo, that was it. And I was like, yo, you mean to tell me I just made money right now and I ain't even really got the property? Yo, and that's when the belief, just the belief
it started
and
happening.
was like, it started happening. So, okay, cool. So like I said, in October, I'm running, man. I'm running, bro. Like, and at the time, I'm trying to, I got a cleaner or whatever, but I'm also cleaning it myself. I'm going in there.
Okay.
I'm doing both. I got a cleaner, but I'm going in, I'm cleaning. So, but I'm trying to learn all aspects of everything to make sure that everything is going good. And once
at this point, you finished the course already, though.
Yeah, I have finished the course. So yeah, but remember the reason why I say I did finish the course, I moved so quick. I got my first yes within like a week, remember?
Okay.
Because I showed so many owners.
Yep.
So I was able to proceed throughout the course. Now I can keep going because he said get a property first. Now I don't get the property till October, but the owner still was like, yo, you can come by and stuff and keep looking at it. Cause he was trying to do some renovations and stuff. But he was like, you can look at it and do different things and stuff. So that's kind of was my whole thing of like, well, I got a property technically, so I can move like I need to move.
You on the contract,
learn like So bro, my first property. So like you said, in between is another important piece. We're going to like pre-COVID and COVID. Now I'm on my third property, but my second property is pretty nice. It's big property. This is the biggest one I got, as far as when I first started my business. Now
single family.
Single family home. So I went from a little cabin. My first one was like a little cabin feel. I think 2 bedrooms, 1 bath. One floor and all. But this one was a 3-bed, 2-bath, backyard, front yard. The house was built like in 2018. So this is a brand new house.
Brand new, yeah.
And that was cool, right? And I moved to my third one. It was a smaller property too. And I'm kind of doing both at the same time, trying to get them both ready and stuff. Because I'm always doing it. And I developed that habit of signing a lease. Even though I sign a lease, I won't start the lease because I need time to furnish it and get it ready. So like I told you, that just kind of went into hand in hand in my business to save me money and stuff now too.
Now, was that already set up that way? Like, did you get that within the training to tell you or to say, you could have it under contract, but you can't have it booking until a month out? Was that already something that was structured, or that it just happened and then you just continue doing that?
Course.
Wow.
Yeah, that wasn't in the course. That was something I kind of picked up, because I did it for my first one.
Yeah.
But remember, like you said, I'm being frugal with my money. So now I'm making a little bit of money too. I got me a new job, better money, and then also too, I'm making a little bit from Airbnb. And and this is important right here. The money that I made from my first property, everything was spent on launching the next one. Everything. Every single penny.
Reinvested.
It was spent on,
you reinvested.
And that's how I was able to move as fast as I was able to move. Like every single time, everything I would get, boom, just reinvested. Because now you think about it, I got the marketplace down pat. So I need to get another property, and you're giving me like a month or 2 month grace period. You're telling me, like, I'll sign a lease. I'll tell the people I know they're military and they're going to leave in 2 months. I'll sign the lease, but then I got 2 months to go ahead and get stuff ready. So now I'm making the money for my first property. I'm doing the marketplace again, and I'm stashing my garage again.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm recycling. I'm doing the same thing again. So that way I'm like, oh, I got a system going. The system is cool.
Yeah.
I got the system going. I got a cleaner now. Everything is kind of running. I'm running into mistakes and stuff, but that's expected because the course taught me about some of the mistakes and things you're going to run into, which is cool. Now, this is where I'm running it and everything going good. And right before COVID, the second place that I had, I remember walking downstairs, there was an unfinished basement. There were stairs, unfinished basement. There was a door, and then you take like 12 stairs going down, unfinished basement, huge, like unfinished basement area. It was just stuff down there. I told the owner, can I move the stuff out? He's like, yeah, I was like, I put it in the storage unit, bro. There was a light, just a light down there. You can just like it is still, you can still see stuff. And I'm like, man, wonder how much a pool table would cost on Marketplace. No, I was like, it's kind of dope, man. I was like,
I remember that.
if I did like what if I did like a game room? And that's where people, any and everybody can do Airbnb, but to be a master, you got to be able to think outside the box.
Yeah, you got to be creative. You can't just be,
creative,
1, 2, 3. Yeah,
you got it, man. And this is what changed, bro. This is right before COVID. My second property, I put a pool table, I put a ping pong table, I put an air hockey table, bro. It's an unfinished basement, no carpet, no nothing down there. But now people can go down there. You can have a drink, and chill. I got seats, I got loungers, bro. Now it's to the point where I start raising my price with this property. And now at the same time too, we have a group where if you join through the course, there's a Facebook group. Now me, I'm like you, Jay. I share it with the world. Not only am I sharing everything with the world, but I'm sharing everything in this group. Nobody knows Lortavius Smith. They just see Smitty this, Smitty every day, Smitty. Yo. Yeah. And it was like overnight success, bro. It was like overnight success where I'm posting it. And again, Jay, I'm thinking that this is normal, but little do I know that, bro, it's over like 10,000 people in this chat, bro. 20,000 people. So now people are reaching out to me. And I'm like, yo, what are you talking about? You just work. Like, what? But
we got the same course. We got the same course.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm giving you the game on what to do. Like, I put a game room. Like, find a house with a basement. Yeah. Like, that's it. And just turn it. You just put, and I'm like, go to Marketplace. I'm telling these things, and people still trying to understand it. But again, bro, this is where we talk about like marketing and the strategies and the overachievers and not really knowing. Me thinking that this is normal, I soon start realizing, oh, this ain't normal.
You're right.
This ain't normal. Because I had a guy, my mentor, who was making $30,000 a month doing this. He reached out to me personally. Yo, what's your number?
This is the guy you bought the course from.
No, it's just a guy that was in the course who learned also too.
Gotcha.
But he just had mastered this thing. Mastered this thing. He would sit and watch people, and he just saw me, man. Like, yo, I like this dude. I like the energy. Yo, you always hype on the videos, And he was like, but guess what he told me? He had one conversation with me. He was like, yo, he showed me everything. I make about, $20,000, $30,000 a month. For me, I'm like, oh my God, bro. I'm like,
how?
I'm like, hey, it's an honor to talk to you. I'm like, man, I'm humble, bro. Like, tell me more. And for me, at the time, I'm thinking that number is like crazy. He's like, Smitty, bro, that's nothing. Like you're gonna be way better than me. He told me in that you're gonna be 10 times better.
My man, that's a beautiful thing when you have somebody that is reaching out to you, wants to pour into you, and wants to make you better because they see more light. Not to say more light, but they just see potential in you, man. And you don't see that a lot of times. We had that conversation yesterday, man. Some people don't want to see your light shine like that. But yeah, I digress, my man. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. So I think that was just, and here we go. Once again, we're still pre-COVID. We're right before COVID about to really hit. And I'm like, man, I had this conversation. And once again, Jay, we go back to how I grew up. I don't ask questions. I just don't. I sat there and I listened to him. And the only thing he told me was, Smitty, keep doing what you're doing. Just don't stop. All I'm telling you, Smitty, don't stop. So, and for me, I'm not stopping because I'm seeing paychecks paychecks are coming out of.
It's working.
It's working, dog. It's working. And then I'm running it. I'm doing good. And now this is where my business completely goes into another level I've never imagined. My mentor at the time, we don't talk or nothing. He just see me, like him and stuff. And then he see me, I start getting so happy, bro, that I just start posting how much money I was like making off the, I still do it today.
I remember. Yeah.
So I'm just happy, bro. Like, yo, I'm making it work. And I want to teach people. I want to do all this. And he said, Smitty, he called me up. Your price is too low. And I was like, what are you talking about? said, Smitty, your prices are too low. Raise your prices. He said, Smitty, I want you to raise your price to so much. Wait, let me slow down right there. Right before I got the call, let me tell you why he said that. Now, I'm on Marketplace once again. Second property, there's a patio in the back. I'm on Marketplace. I was looking for a game room item, like a Pac-Man machine. I seen a hot tub. It said free hot tub. Jay, remind you, I have no idea. I don't know nothing about a hot tub. I don't know how they work. I don't know how they function. I don't know. I just know it was free. It was free. Bro,
on Marketplace.
I got my truck on Marketplace. I got my truck. I told the lady I'm on the way. I lifted the hot tub myself, put it on my truck, bro, took it over to my property, dropped it, plugged it up, bro, set it up, and to figure it out. I went on Marketplace once again, hit up different people. This one guy was like, yo, I can take a look at it. I can fix it for you. Bro, boom, hot tub. Hot tub in one of my places. Yo,
but let me tell you, let me interject. So I never heard this. I never heard this story, guys. So it's new to me, just like it is to you. But I could almost guarantee the reason why Smitty got that phone call was because of one word: value. Value. But go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, Jay, and that's what I was gonna say. That's why I'm glad, like you said, man. I had to kind of pull it back a little bit because then now I'm posting like, yo, I got the hot tub, yo, like man, boom, boom. And he's like, Smitty, price is too low, way too low, Smitty. And then
that's a beautiful
bro, I'm
thing,
working
man.
a 9 to 5, bro. When I get off, I'm grinding, I'm hustling, dog. I'm enjoying the process. I'm enjoying picking up the hot tub. I'm enjoying posting the stuff because I know the income is just right.
It's right there. It's right there. It's coming.
So you know, at this point, I think I'm at like 3 properties or whatever. And bro, like 4 properties, and then it goes to the point. And again, right before, this is right when COVID was about to hit. So my mentor was like, Smitty, we like, your price is too low. And I was like, all right, man. And he was like, I want you to do something. I was like, go ahead. I'm a sponge, right? I whatever you say, I do. This man makes $20,000 plus a month. I'm gonna listen to him what he said, do. Smitty, your price is too low. I want you to raise, he said, Smitty, I want you to raise your price to something so high and unreasonable that you won't even believe it. And I was like, man, I was like, dude, I listen to you, man.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do it. But dude, I don't know what you said. Bro, I might have put my prices to like $400 a night. And I was putting my prices at like 110, like 95, 90 something. Bro, I put my price to something like 5, like, bro, it was ridiculous, dog. Like 350, 400, bro, like 600 on the weekends. Man, I kid you not. The booking came in, man. My first big booking. It was like 5 nights, $2,000. Remind you, my rent prices is $1,400, $1,500. Bro, 5 nights, like $2,000.
Paid.
Bro, 10 minutes, that's what came through as a booking, like, and I said, yo, Jay, that was it. I was like, that's it. It's done. I was like, it's done. I got it, bro. That was my only, like, bro. And then my mentor, he did call me back, though. Like, I was all hyped. He was like, wait, Smitty, one more thing, though. He was like, you need to, after 5 to 6 people, he said, you can sleep like 8, 9 people at your place because I had like, you know, king bed, queen bed, and all my sofas that I started doing, I was doing pull-out couches. So now I can sleep extra 2 people. You know, when you fold a couch in, you can sit down. When you fold it out, you can sleep extra people. He's like, Smitty, I need you to increase it though. After 5 to 6 people, put it to like charge like $70, $40, or $50 per head. And I was like, whoa, bro. My next booking came in. It was ridiculous, bro. It was just bad, bro. It started to get crazy.
It was higher than the first one,
bro. It was man. And it was like it was just getting crazy, bro. And it was going into summertime, COVID, and then boom, COVID hit. This is where I say this is where I figured it out because I was like, 2 things happened to me. The first thing was I need to get rid of my first property. I need to get rid of my third property because they wasn't big enough for me to like do a game room, and they weren't big enough for me to do a like I couldn't put a hot tub in the back because it was like a shared unit type thing and stuff like that.
But you were
So I
under
saw the
contract
value. Yeah, I was under contract. There you go. I was under contract. But remember, my contract was going to be ending, or it was like 6 months. I was going to negotiate because I'm new to the game, so they only wanted to try me out for like 6 months and stuff like that. Like, but my second property, the one that I put the hot tub in, this guy was gone. He was military, so he went over. He went to like I think he went to like Germany or something. So I knew that I signed a 2-year contract. So that was okay. And then my fourth property was another 4-bed, 2-bath, and it was a house. And this guy referred me because he was like, "Yo, I got a buddy that's leaving too, and he would like you to Airbnb his property." I told him about you.
The referral.
So, the referral. So this is what changed the game for me. COVID started hitting, bro, but I had my business established because people wanted to get out of the house. But when I say get out of the house, there was no traveling. Everybody else was jumping off Airbnb because they was losing business. But me, think about you said earlier, think about the value I'm bringing. When you check into my property, if you're even in the local area, people were just booking my property just because. So I was able to stay afloat and make money because they was like, "Yo, I just want to get over there. I just want to enjoy the bottle of wine that you got, the free bottle of wine that I get. I want to enjoy the game room, and I want to enjoy a nice hot tub." So people was just booking, bro. Like COVID, my business, bro. Like everybody was jumping off. Everybody just kept booking my places, bro.
Wow.
And so that's when I knew. So Jay, I knew, bro, and that right there was just the turning point, bro, of something big. And then just to really, I guess, like just show everybody, like close the story out to like now that I never would I guess need for anything, bro, because I learned that art of using other people's properties.
Yeah.
But little did I know about a VA home loan, about buying a house.
Oh man, let you're not touching on that right now. That's gonna be another conversation I want you to do.
Yeah, bro.
And I want you to get in depth on that, because as a realtor, that's a thing that I'm trying to educate our community on, right? Military, we already off the bat, we know 0 down, but we don't know exactly what we can do with it, right? So I definitely want to get you on for another time, and that's going to be an eye opener for a lot of people. This is going to be something where people are going to be like, "Yo, I didn't know I could do that. I want to do that. What's up? Put me down. Like, show me, give me the ropes." And you said you actually putting a course down. You putting a course together. So, we definitely going to highlight that. We're definitely going to market that for you, because we want people to come and not just from your experience, but from the value you give, how hungry you are and how much you want others to win. And that's a given, man. I know that not just from what you're doing now, but from the past, things that I heard, because we never formally met. I think we met through in like events when we went.
Yeah. Like event, maybe like speaking and everything.
Yeah. But it was always, solid dude. Cause you know how Steve is, right? So it was, Smitty, solid dude. And so before we wrap this one up, I do want to touch on something that you did talk about, and that was, the entrepreneurial skills that you learned. So you said, now you learn something that, you're going to take with you forever. Like, and that was the ability to use other people's money. But aside from that is, I would argue that was already in you, not the skill necessarily, but the fact that you were driven, you were go-getter, right? It was just a matter of tapping into an idea of how to use other people's money, and then, being creative in your own way, because ultimately we can have that skill, but it's also, you putting yourself into that and seeing how you work, you work with that. So what could you say are, I don't know, a handful of skills that if somebody wants to become an entrepreneur, right? They're leaving the military or they're leaving the 9-to-5. What are some skill sets that you can, put out there and say, this is what you need?
Yeah, man, I would definitely say, get into something that you love. It's okay. Like I said, I still work a 9-to-5. So some of the skill sets I would say though would definitely be communication, man. I know it sounds a little cliche, but bro, speak to people, bro. Smile, man. Smile, bro. Like just smile, smile, man, and just be grateful, man. Be grateful for where you at. But when I say smile and be grateful for where you at, connect with people, but genuinely connect with people, bro. You don't have to always like try to go after someone for something.
For
Just
something, right?
speaking to someone, man, and just like even like how we are in conversation now, just speaking to someone, bro, and just actually having conversations with people, bro, you would learn so much, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's so much of a downplayed skill set, bro. And just like what you said too, where man, again, bro, like I can only give the keys that I know, but like just being grateful and smiling, bro. Like, I mean, you heard my story, bro, and just coming out the gate, bro, just saying that, like, I just honestly feel like God put me in these situations because of my personality and just the person I am, bro. And if you don't have that, that goes into a deeper skill set you might need to develop. Go listen to some audios, man.
Yeah.
Go listen to some people just who's successful. Like me, bro. Like sometimes, man, I like to just like listen to like I did this the other day, man. I never even knew about Elon Musk, bro. And I just went and started figuring out, yo, I went and watched the YouTube on this dude, and I'm like, dude, this dude taught himself pretty much how to be damn near rocket scientist, bro.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
self-taught. Like
Yeah. He
and,
put
and,
himself
and
around the
so
right
my
people, man.
yeah, bro. And there you go, right there, bro. And based off of that story, bro, that's what he did, like you said. So that's why I feel like a skill set just to develop, man, is bro, just talk to people, smile, be kind, man, be courageous, bro. And just always, man, just always, just understand that, man. That it's the light at the end of the tunnel, man. It is. It is.
You
But being
definitely.
negative, I truly feel like being negative, it don't get you anywhere, bro. Or just being like just like pissed off about stuff, bro. It just don't get you anywhere, man. So
Right. And I'll add to that by saying that you have to have perseverance and resiliency. That's something that we learned in the military.
yeah,
Or I think they stress that, right? They stress that idea to be resilient and to persevere.
yeah,
But I do think that we have it in us. It's just you have to hone that skill and really know
yeah,
that about
yeah.
yourself. Really get to understand yourself, and because there is going to be a time where push comes to shove, and are you going to keep going? Are you going to spend
Yeah.
that $950 or $1,000 for that course
Mm,
and really make
yeah,
it
bro.
happen? Or are you going to spend this $1,000 course or spend on this course and not do nothing with
Hmm.
it and say, man, it didn't work. It didn't work for me. Right? You got to make it work for you.
Yeah, yeah. And I like
However,
that,
which
Jay.
way.
Yeah, and I totally agree with you because I'll be honest, man, I ran into so many situations to where I see people that have it in them, but I can't do it for you.
Yeah.
A lot
Yeah.
of times, man, bro, I've seen so many people do this, bro, where I tell them about Airbnb, tell them about things, and I just can't do it for them.
Can't do
So
it
when
for
they
you.
can hang around me, I've literally brought them to the Airbnb, showed them, sit them down, tell them how to do it, but they're scared to pull the trigger. So I fully agree with you, bro. That like it's up to you to persevere and just say, all right, I'm gonna step into it no matter how scary it is. You got to, man.
Yes, sir, man. So let's ask the question, man. Do you consider yourself, ultimately we know the answer, but do you consider yourself an expert in this space? Why or why not? And is there room to grow for you?
Yeah, I definitely consider myself an expert, but like you said, there is room to grow. Excuse me, grow. And the reason why I say I'm an expert is because I've been doing this now, and I feel like, not I feel, I have developed a system where
Key.
I've
It's
made,
key right
yeah,
there.
bro, I've made like last year, and I'm a very honest person, bro. Like man, bro, last year in the summer, bro, man, I think I had my highest month. I make 50,000 in 1 month, bro. And again, bro, like that's not saying that the brag or boast, but I know for a fact when I saw that happen, I knew that I'm an expert. At that point, I'm like, I'm an
I got
expert in this,
this.
bro.
I got
Like
this.
I,
Yeah.
I get like, yeah, man. I can pretty much say I'm an expert. But now when I say there's room for growth, Yeah, I'll say this, and we're gonna say more for the next
The
podcast
next
we do.
time, my man.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
I'll save that because there's more plans in the works, like you said, where the room for growth happened because I was considering myself an expert, but I would run into something else with the buying and everything else.
Gotcha.
Now
Gotcha.
I'm more, you're just using more money to do bigger things now, bigger
100%.
projects.
Other doors open for you.
Yes.
Now moving forwards. Yeah, not more windows, not more doors open.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
brother, look. I definitely want to have you back. We'll set it up on when when is the right time. But man, look, let the people know how they can find you, how they can get in touch with you, email,
Yeah.
social media, all that, how they can get in
Man,
contact.
bro, social media, man, it's the same thing throughout everything. I love my saying. Everybody know I like to say let's eat because it's just like, look, it's grind time, it's grind mode. You got to get after it. So a lot of times people like to say that too. Let's eat, Smitty. But for me, Lortavius Smith, that's the easiest way to find me. Like pretty much like the only Lortavius where
In the
come up on
world.
anything.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
post it. I'm gonna
So
post it down here, down at
yeah,
the
yeah.
bottom.
So
Yeah.
my first and last name, Lortavius, Lortavius. Last name Smith, Smith. You can look me up on anything. I got a TikTok, but I'm mostly active on Snapchat, Facebook, and Instagram, man. But
Mm.
either of those, search my name, you can find me. And yeah, man, and you'll see. I'm always on the grind daily, posting my day-to-day life, man. And yeah, man, it's a lot coming down the drain here pretty soon. We're coming down the pipes where I'm just building more and more stuff, man. So
Yes, sir, man. Look, you definitely bless the people. I know you blessed me with a lot of insight. And man, this is a good one. This is the good one.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, man. Once again, I'm honored. It's a pleasure. And congrats to you, my brother. Much more success, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, Jay. Anytime, bro. Can't wait to come back, man.
My brother, yes, sir. We'll work it out.
All right, bro.
Later, bro.